Carolina Panthers got their first win of the season last week against the Houston Texans in solid fashion. This week, their defense come up for them yet again, but their offense lets them down. I have a lot of concerns around Bryce Young right now. I know that he is a rookie, and I'm not going to come on here and say that they made a major mistake by passing on C.J. Stroud to go with Bryce Young, because that'll be me being a hypocrite. I said Bryce Young's the best quarterback in that draft class. It seems like it is C.J. Stroud, even though we do have a long ways to go. But it's hard for me to tell a Carolina Panthers fan right now that Bryce Young will be okay. He had 2 bad interceptions in this game that went for touchdowns. And guess how much the Carolina Panthers lost this game by? 2 touchdowns. 2 costly interceptions. And he also threw another interception as well in this game. The only positive play that he had was a 48-yard bomb to Hayden Hurst. That was it. I could come on here and I could say the play calling is horrible from Frank Reich. Well, they switched the play calling to Thomas Brown, and the offensive play calling was better. Guys were getting open. Bryce Young just didn't see him. It just didn't happen. He starts the game off too slow. And turnovers since week 1 this season, the turnovers have held this team back. And this has been the same song and dance for the last couple of years. They have the defense, but they don't have the offense. Their defense has been going out for the last couple of years with guys like Brian Burns, Frankie Louvu, Shaq Thompson when he is healthy. Their defense is beat up right now. But when they have J.C. Horn and all those guys ready to go, their offense can't pull their weight. And we're starting to see it again this season. I understand that Bryce Young is a rookie, but I need to start to see some development and some progression. And right now, I'm not seeing it at all. We're headed into week 10, and Bryce Young has not had a single game to where I can go out and say, hey, that's why he was worth of being a first overall pick. So far, sadly, I can't say that. But he is still a rookie. Hopefully there is room for growth. He isn't in the best situation. This offensive line has been abysmal. It's been horrible. Icky has had a terrible year this year. Last season, he looked like he could be a potential franchise tackle. This season, not so much. He has to play better. But even when the offensive line does give Bryce Young a lot of time, the wide receivers don't get open. If their name isn't Adam Thielen, they don't get open. So he's scrambling around a lot and he's just trying to get things going. Right now, Bryce Young is trigger shy because of what happened in week 1 against the Atlanta Falcons when Jesse Bates picked him off twice. So he's not even looking at the deep part of the field anymore. He's just looking at everything underneath. I can't come on here and say that they didn't call any deep bomb plays because they did. Bryce Young just was not zoned in on it. He has to do a better job of scanning the field, for sure. But right now, it does look bad, the fact that they have Bryce Young instead of C.J. Stroud. Now, I do want to talk about this as well. Chuba Hubbard has 16 carries for 58 yards, 3.6 yards to carry. Miles Sanders has 6 carries for 39 yards. Miles Sanders looks like a regular running back that robbed his team of some money this past offseason. He has been a horrible signing for his team. He hasn't been able to come up and make up big plays at all with this team. And that was a coaching and manager decision to go out there and bring this kid in because Frank Wright loves him and the running back coach loves him as well because he was on the same team when they were on the coaching staff for the Philadelphia Eagles. He has to play better. Point blank period. He has to play better. Hayden Hurst, besides that one play this game, the 48-yard bomb, he was a no-show. Adam Thielen couldn't get things going. He had 5 catches for 29 yards. Most of his yardage came late in the game. You had a guy, another tight end, come in and have more production and have more looks thrown at him than Adam Thielen. Stephen Sullivan. There's no reason to why he should be the most targeted player on this team. That makes 0 sense. Jonathan Mingo, a guy that the Panthers have a lot of hope for moving forward. He had 1 catch for 5 yards and he was targeted 4 times. He has to play better. But at the end of the day, when you see C.J. Stroud over there with the Houston Texans, I understand situations are different. His coaching situation is different, and his team is in a way better situation. Bryce Young has to come up. He has to elevate the talent around him. And right now, he's not doing that. Hopefully, he can develop into that guy. I'm going to ask you guys this question. Did they make a mistake on passing on C.J. Stroud and going for Bryce Young? And the reason why I'm asking that question is this. It would be okay if Bryce Young was going out and he was showing a lot of development and he was showing a lot of progression. Right now, you're not seeing that. And this team doesn't hold their own first round pick this year. That goes to the Chicago Bears. That's the bad part about it. This team sold their fan base for just a quarterback away. And they're more than just a quarterback away. I have to give the defense a lot of credit as well because they're dealing with so many injuries. J.C. Horn has missed a good portion of the season dealing with a hamstring injury. Shaq Thompson has been out the last few weeks. He's going to be out for the rest of the season. He hurt his leg against the New Orleans Saints a couple weeks ago in the Monday Night Football game. I hope both of those guys are doing okay. Your safeties are decimated as well. You have all of these injuries, and yet you go out there and you perform good against the Indianapolis Colts. You hold C.J. Stroud to those yards as well. You perform week in and week out. I just want to give the defense their props and their credit because the defense is not the reason why they're losing football games. It's their offense again. They have to get this offensive contact. In my opinion, slow everything down for Bryce Young and just get things going. Because right now, you're not going to make a playoff push. You're not going to make a playoff run. And you are the worst team in your division. And that's sad to say. And I can admit when I was wrong. I thought Bryce Young would be further ahead in development than where he is right now. And I can say it's Frank Reich, it's the offensive line, it's Thomas Brown. At the end of the day, he has to perform better. Overthrowing running backs when it's a running back screen, that's unexcusable at this level. Missing open wide receivers and finding them when it's too late and throwing a costly interception to Kenny Moore that goes to the house for a pick six, that's unacceptable. We're in week 9. This is not week 1. This is not week 2. This isn't week 3. We're 9 weeks into this thing. He has to realize when safeties are baiting him into interceptions and when they're not. And it's easy for me and for you to say this because we're not sitting behind that offensive line. But I've seen other quarterbacks. I just saw Gardner Minshew, who isn't the best quarterback, but he was doing some pump fakes and he'll just throw the football away. Bryce Young has to understand, okay, I'm going to throw the football away here. No one is open. I'm not going to take the sack. Another thing as well, let Bryce Young use his legs more. When he's able to get on the run, that's when he looks more confident. And a lot of that is from what happened in Alabama. Nick Saban started to tweak his playbook a little bit and let Bryce Young run around more. And a lot of those key plays to why the Panthers fell in love with him and why I fell in love with this game because he was able to do everything on the run. So do some more design runs, do some more play action bootlegs because at the end of the day, this team is going to only go as far as Bryce Young can take them. Because you traded so much to get him. You traded DJ Moore, you traded multiple first-round picks, but you guys already know this. But I'm going to ask you guys a question one more time in the comment section below. Did they make a mistake on picking Bryce Young over CJ Stroud? If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, hit the like button. Most importantly, want each and every last one, guys, stay safe, stay positive. Have a blessed day, guys. Peace.